Hi, I'm Sylvain. I am going to present this project called Patent Investor. So, Patent Investor is a web application that allows users to review current patented stocks and create the portfolio wish list. Users can create an account, search a stock, track it into the portfolio, and categorize it through custom investment fields. This app places a focus on the patents footprint, which is actually the number of patents related to a specific company or a specific stock. So it allows users to gain a better understanding of protected investments. This project relies on the two following APIs: the USPTO, United States Patent and Trademark Office, and Investors Exchange, that is IX Cloud, which is an online platform that makes financial data and services accessible to everyone through the API. The features provided are custom authentication, search of a particular stock to obtain a detailed view, sorting of listings by different criteria like the sticker, the corporation name, the last price, the patent portfolio size. It's also possible to track projected stocks in a specific portfolio. So it's also possible to categorize stocks to creation of custom stacks, simulate the number of shares, the net worth, and the adjusted patterns coverage in a detailed portfolio view. And finally, I will present IP30 stock index, which is a custom patents weight index covering the 30 most patented companies. And in planning this app, I had to come up with the following. Users can log into the site, create an account if necessary. Once logged, they can track stock, create investment field, update the number of shares to simulate their network. And they can search a particular stock, manually update the stock data by querying the latest quotes and patents footprints. The database follows. We have a user, you have a portfolio class that has a one-to-many relationship to stock shares. We have stock and tag classes as well. So here, each user is represented by his profile, which is expressed by the portfolio class, and the stock shares actually represent the number of shares. The technology stack used is Java, Spring Boot, Bootstrap, MySQL, and JavaScript. Now I'm going to demonstrate you the project. First of all, you have to log into the app. Here I've already entered my detail. Once you log in, the first scenario I'm going to introduce is actually listing of tax. A tax here is the investment field. We can decide, for example, that we want to create a new investment field that we will call air travel, because we are interested in investing in the travel transportation industry. So let's say we have that airlines and transportation. Create this tag, so you can notice that it has been added here. So the next thing we can do now, let's say we want to search stocks that relate to the air industry. Let's say we enter airline, we search the stocks. Now we have we found 3 stocks, and let's sort them by the footprint, patents footprint. We notice that the highest patent footprint is 88 for American airline. Let's say we want to decide to invest in this company. So what we're going to do is that we're going to add it to a portfolio. Once that's done, we can have a detailed view of this stock, and we can as well adjust the tax. Since we just created the air travel tax, we can adjust it here. It appears here at the tag. So now we have air travel tag for the list of tag, and for the AL for American airline. Notice that it's possible to go to this company by clicking on this logo here. It will open up automatically. Yeah, so let's get back now to the app. Now we can move to the portfolio to have a detailed view of how it presents now. Let's say there were previous items in my portfolio, and now I just added AAL here. Let's say we want to increase the number of shares because now we just added it, so it's as 0 shares. Can increase our ownership of the stock. We can place it, let's say, to 45, for example, a number of shares. Now we have what's that? 45 shares for 0.92% in our portfolio. We can do custom rankings here. For example, we can rank by the number of shares, decreasing. So the highest number of shares in our portfolio is Boeing with 214 previously added. Okay, so now I am going to move to another scenario. Let's say, for example, we want to stop investing in aerospace. So we want to remove this tag from our database. We come over here. It doesn't appear because there are some companies which are related to this tag. First of all, we have to go and remove the companies which are related to aerospace. The listing shows that there's only one company, which is Boeing. So we'll go over to Boeing and remove it from the tag. Remove it from the tag aerospace here. Remove it so that you can free this tag. So once that is done, we can go back to all our investment fields, and now we should be able to delete it. Okay, it appears now, so we can delete this this tag. Yeah, it has been successfully removed, so now it doesn't appear anymore. And we move back to our portfolio where we can now remove the stock Boeing from our portfolio. Let's remove it if you want. It says, are you sure? Okay, yeah, notice that our net worth has been adjusted, and the adjusted patterns we see here is actually a sense of the coverage of our portfolios. Out of 38,000 possible patterns, we have a coverage of 8,553. Why is that? Is because you have not enough invested in high patent footprint stocks like GM, for example, here, which has 11,000 patents, but we have 0 shares. So if we decide, for example, to increase the number of shares for GM, let's put it, let's say at 15, or let's say at 500, we update here. Okay, we can see that it has improved our coverage and also our net worth. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you is when we come over to all stocks here, we can view IP30, which is the benchmark covering the 30 most patented companies. It measures the top performance of 30 companies listed on stock exchanges in the United States that hold the largest number of patents portfolio. So we have this listing here ranked from the highest to the lowest, and collectively they make up 109,000 aggregated patents registered for an average value of $130. So the last part I'm going to show you is the global listings of the database. We have the possibility here of refreshing stock data manually. Yep. So this is where I will end the demo, just to show you how it launches the refreshment procedure. Okay, so this is supposed to take about 10 minutes. Not going to wait until that, but this is the button to refresh the database. Okay, so what I have learned in this project is Bootstrap version 4 Spring Security. The most challenging aspect was actually merging information from two different APIs, processing JSON data, changing results sort order interactively for multiple criteria. I also learned pagination of data on the screen, publishing of a website. And the next step would be to add multi-select to enable many-to-many relationship editing, because we noticed that each time we would only add one tag at a time to a specific stock. And also automate the fetching of remote API data to relieve the user from manual updates. Another thing I plan to do is to generate emails based on users' constraints. For example, to let them know that a stock has met certain criteria from recent market shifts reflected in the latest quote automatically updated, so that users wouldn't have to search automatically, so they can be notified to invest in a specific stock. And also one thing I intend to do is set up a curve view of IP30 from a time series data for better visualization. Okay, this is the end of my project. Thank you for looking at my project.